Hi guys! I won't make you wait for too long, but also because we have a thing going on in half an hour and I'd like to be on the server early because I'm just like that. Ah. Hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. Who do we have? We have Nico, we have Shador, we have Phoenix Lizard. You are a first-time chatter. Hello, welcome to the Chaos Corner, Phoenix Lizard. We have Rainy Card and Atlas. Hello! Welcome to stream, everybody. I was tempted to just record today, but I did say that I was going to stream this week, so I will hold my promises. Oh. But yeah, how are we doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Let's get some background music going, and hopefully not blow your ears off. My mom died on Monday, still recovering from it. Oh, I'm so sorry. My condolences for your loss. If you need to take a break and step away for a bit, feel free, no judgment. If you need distraction, stick around. I'll do my best to help you out. But yeah, we've got a stream today. I'm pretty sure you've noticed a trend in the stream titles today. How they all seem to be mentioning something about withers. I think mine's pretty original, not gonna lie. Toss a coin to your wither is, I think that's pretty good play on words. Brownie points if you guys know what reference that is. But yeah, we've got that today. I am aiming to have, kind of reminds me of a certain brimstone. Yeah. We're getting some Hellia callbacks today. Yeah. I promise though, my character is not sick with withering. It's fine. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing a terminal illness again for this season. That I already did that last season, not doing that again. But yeah. Hi Sam, welcome to the Chaos Corner. Welcome to chat. Hello. I need to put this on. Gotta put on a stuffy uniform. Skullish! Hello! You've been watching Brimstone lore? Damn. I hope you guys, well, I hope you should like the Helly lore from last season. That was an interesting character to play. But for now, we are playing my Season 3 character, Artoria, who is a lot different. Oh, and Beth. Hello, Beth. But yeah, we've got a class today, and I don't have very much planned other than a class and maybe a conversation with a couple people. I do aim to be out in about 2.5 hours, so we're going for a little bit of a shorter stream today. Because I would like to have dinner, and then after dinner, I need to make a very special dessert for my daddy. Because it is his birthday tomorrow. Girl's got to pamper her parents. But after that, after I get all that stuff done, I might hop back on and record something. We'll see. I don't know. What kind? I'm making a brownie trifle. Teehee. It's gonna be real good. I already got the brownies out of the oven. They just have to cool, and then I gotta make the whipped cream, and the pudding, and the cherry compote, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, we're gonna hop in the server and wait forever as it loads. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Loading terrain. Oh, here are the bubbles. There we go. Yay! Guys, I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to get rid of this. Like, if I go into, let's see, what, video settings? Display FPS. Wait, why is it simple? No, turn it off. Oh, now it works. Alright guys, never mind, I was dumb. I was dumb this entire time. We figured it out. Okay. Okay, no, there was one point the last time that I tried to turn it off, it literally just like doubled it. Like, it would show the FPS and then it would put another FPS counter on top of it so that there would just be two and they would be layered over each other and it was really annoying and I couldn't turn off. Anyway, figured it out though, it's fine. Let's see, we got some profit. I know, thank you. Not very much profit from that one, but fine. But we do have a crap ton of demon horns and snake tongues in there for whenever the hell I need to use them. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna like stock up on a bunch of these and then never need to use this again and only use it for experience. That might just end up happening. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else in here that I need. I redone my camera. I do need to fill this up again at some point before I forget. We have started upgrading our stuff to, or at least the tools to netherite diamond. So far I have a netherite diamond, my regular pickaxe, and then I have my silk touch one is just regular netherite. And then I have these two that are netherite diamond, so that's fully done. I don't really care about bringing this one up to netherite diamond because it's just my silk touch and I don't really use it that much. I will say, it took me like 12 stacks of TNT to get that much. It took 12 stacks of TNT in order to get over a stack, or just over a stack of ancient debris. And I was thorough. Like, I did a whole, let's see, if I pull up this chunk border shown, right? If you, netherite or ancient debris tends to spawn at a certain Y level and against the border. So what I did was that I mined a line right next to the chunk border and I placed TNT and then I lit it and then it would explode on both sides of the chunk border so that I would have a greater chance of finding them. And then if some were on this side, I would consider that chunk done. But if this side was empty, I would go to the next border and just follow these lines for ages. It was brutal. Oh. Wrong one. Oh. Oh god. Hold on. Something went wrong there. We're gonna fix that real quick. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I pressed a button. I pressed a button. I pressed a button. I pressed too many buttons. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Hold on, we're gonna see if relogging works. There we go. Great. All right. Woo! And also, you know what? Screw it. I'm showing up. I don't want to. It's mob studies. What the heck? I don't really care about uniform. It's fine. Crisis averted. We're fine. Gee, I don't know what that was. I think my head split open for a hot second and I just saw really weird things. Ouch. Getting fettuccine the Alfredo for dinner. Damn, give me some. Why? Dry off. Thank you. Jeez, it's the most annoying thing ever. Okay. How am I doing on food? Oh, I have plenty. I'm good. Lag! Yay. Is there anything new? Mocha, notice board, ceremony of ties, January 18th. I probably won't be there. Doing this due date, reminder for offerings. Probably for the ceremony of ties. Oh, never mind. Oh no. Max is European. Max is European. Help. On... Hello? It's past the 5th of January. Okay. Okay. Cool. Oh, update. Deadline has been extended to the 25th. Oh, noted. Nether rules. I don't particularly care about the Nether rules. At all. Oh, aqua stuff. Oh, hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello. I'm going to change it to armor.
Oh. Interesting. We're doing that, huh?
Mob studies class.
Oh, yes. No stuffy uniforms.
Yeah, I don't know much about the aqua stuff. I have an aqua staff, but
Yeah, I have another aqua staff.
Yeah,
So
that's what I
I'm
Coda.
just waiting to get that, like a custom made one.
oh, thank you. Okay, I will go change really quick.
Gotta change again. Don't mind me, yo. Don't mind me. Okay, we're gonna chat for a hot second while I fix a little something. Is that the right one? Nope, that is not the right one. Oh god. Is this one? Should be this one. There we go. Yay, I get to wear my armor instead of freaking a uniform. I'm so happy. Anyway, hello Coda, welcome to stream. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. Oh, I have good timing. That's good to hear. Let's throw this into there, save and use, press a couple buttons, relog, refresh, get rid of that, and load it. Okay. I've been adulting all day and officially done with it. Ugh, don't get me started. Alright.
Time to run all the way back a minute.
I heard a person. Oh, it's Levy.
Did Aqua already come down here, or are we
I
still
do not
waiting?
know, I just got here.
Ah.
Oh no, you need your quality time to be an introvert.
Mm. My backpack is a downright mess. I'll have to do something about that later.
Oh.
Oh.
Greetings.
Hello. Greetings. Are you attending mob studies?
Indeed.
Apparently we do not need to wear a uniform.
I think armor is more comfortable than the uniforms anyway.
Mm.
Well, I don't exactly have armor for this form, so uniform will have to do.
That's understandable.
By the way, do we know where all the sweet berries went?
I do not.
I've been rummaging through the cabinets and I cannot find it, and I know we had at least 2 stacks in there. Who could have possibly used up all of that much?
What are sweet berries?
They're the red berries where if you walk into the bushes, they prick you.
Oh, those are very annoying.
Indeed.
Elephant.
Oh, elephant.
So I think we're just waiting on Aqua?
Believe so, unless she's already gone ahead.
Well, I guess that's a possibility. We went up there at the exact same time.
I don't even have a smoker in the kitchen. I just realized. It's quite annoying. No.
Maybe we sent her a bubble?
I will meet y'all there though.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably going to look like the odd one out now, and I'm probably being the only one in uniform.
That's okay. I think with your reasoning, it's understandable.
That's all. I was not made aware of this. How did you both... When did he inform us of this?
Aqua informed me about 5 minutes ago.
And I was lucky to run into them.
I was already in uniform as well.
I wish they would make advance notice of these kinds of things, instead of just abruptly letting us know.
I do agree.
Perhaps... This is mob studies. I imagine she might already be there, honestly.
Well, we went up to change at the exact same time, and that was just a moment ago.
I sent her a bubble and she hasn't responded.
I'll send her a bubble as well.
I do think that we shouldn't be late, though.
Indeed.
I agree.
Perhaps we should...
Yeah, we may need to go.
She can find her way there perfectly safe. I believe she will be alright.
I'm gonna send her bubble. Okay.
Forget I'm faster than them sometimes. I don't particularly care about walking on the path. Now, is mob studies upstairs? I think it's upstairs. It is upstairs, right? Groundskeeper, let me put you in timeout. Groundskeeper has yet to catch me doing anything illicit. Excuse me? Oh no.
What a great time for you to walk in.
We were just having a little camera duel. Camera duel?
Ah,
I didn't realize it was a duel. If I had known, I would have come prepared with the proper equipment. It's just a turn of phrase, Candace. I could have prepared some really nice lenses.
What? Lenses.
I'd be worried,
Good evening.
Professor.
You know, I don't know yet. If I'm being honest, I don't know.
I see. Wait to see it play out.
Y'all,
That was an interesting time to join.
well, more people than Nighthead.
Well, you know, this
People seem
class
excited.
started at the time people expected, so
we're not
it might
playing
make
chess
more
again,
sense.
right?
No, you're not playing chess again.
Don't normally this time.
It is still, I suppose, a group activity, but very different.
Ooh.
No, I need to phrase the question first. That way it's still under a contract. At least I think that's how that works. Chicken strips. I could really go for some chicken strips right now. That'd be real nice. Chicken strips with some good sauce and ranch. Is that the chicken behind me? Just saw a chicken. So he got my signal. That's good. $40 for 10. Wow. That's what I'm saying. I swear I can type, y'all.
Alrighty. Welcome in, everyone, for today's Mobsters class. For those I didn't see in Knighthood, I hope your break was well. Is everyone awake? I know some people have been waiting here for just a little bit.
I passed out.
I'm glad you're awake now. Today, we will be doing a group activity of sorts, kind of. More so, you all will be spectators to it. Today will be the first wither kill of the school. We're going to be going over what the wither is, what it does, how you can summon it, and the rules that I am setting forth for the wither. For the rules, I will say it again later when we discuss them, but I'm saying it now as well. If you break said rules when it comes to fighting a wither or summoning a wither, you will get deducted points, and depending on the rule that you break, it might be detention. This is a boss. This is no small deal. I expect everyone to listen when I say these rules. The first thing I'd like to discuss is how you summon a wither. It is very simple. I will even build one for you right here. Actually, I'll build it over here, kind of at an angle, so everyone can hopefully see. You build soul sand in a T-like shape. If you need to stand up to get a better view, that is fine. And then you would use wither skulls, but I'm just going to use regular skeleton skulls, as I don't want to summon a wither within my classroom. But you would place one on top of each of these with wither skulls, not regular, just like that. That is how you summon a wither. They're not particularly hard to get. The hardest part is acquiring the skulls. You need to cleanly cut off the head of a wither skeleton. It can be quite difficult even for me. I only have 9. That is how you summon a wither. It is very simple. I recommend, if you're going to summon a wither, you do it in a nether. But we'll get back to that when we get back to the rules. Yes.
That is not the only way you can summon a wither.
I do know there are ways through magic. However, that will be against the rules.
Damn
I
it.
see.
There is a specific place that if you're going to fight a wither, you will fight it. We will be going there later today. That's why we're going into the nether. But for all intents and purposes, that is how you should be summoning a wither. Next, we're going to talk about how withers work. What are they made of? What sort of magical thing makes them come alive just by a couple blocks and a few skulls? Withers are 3-headed monsters. They shoot skulls at you that explode. They can cause withering damage to you, like the wither skeletons. How they come alive, simple. The souls that are trapped within the soul sand, when they connect with the skulls, they form the monster, the wither. It's pretty simple. Just soul sand technology, things we've used for years, for soul torches, soul campfires, soul lanterns, stuff like that. Just with skulls instead of fire. questions on that? Okay. What withers do is they will attack the typically closest living creature to it. It is a creature of death. Anything alive, it will target. It, from my knowledge, from what I've seen, it doesn't target undead monsters. However, if you're fighting one in the overworld for God knows what reason, it might go after a sheep instead of you, if that's what it sees first. They, like I said, they will shoot a projectile-like blast with a skull. It will blow up. It will do damage. It will do wither damage. It will hurt. It's no joke. And they also, when you kind of get them down to a bit low health, as it were, they summon a shield around their body that arrows can no longer penetrate them. Now you'll notice when I fight the... Yes, Cassian.
I was just wondering if you know whether magic can penetrate that shield, or if it's all projectiles that are blocked.
I'm actually unaware, because I've never actually used magic to fight one myself, and I'm not sure if any research has been done on it. But that is something that we can test. The only one who's fighting a wither today will be myself. I've fought them before. I've killed them before. It shouldn't be too difficult for me. However, I need you all to see how it's done before you try to do it yourself. After that, within the next few coming mob classes, one origin at a time, maybe two per class, but still one at a time, will fight the wither in the same box that I am. This way you get to experience it. However, the box isn't all that big. That's by design. So what I'm going to do is the head heir, or most adjacent to, along with someone of their choosing, will help them fight and kill the wither when it is their origin's turn.
So it can't be
Any
all
questions?
of us.
Yes.
So nobody else gets that experience.
Unfortunately, wither skulls are hard to get, from my experience. As I am supplying them all for this class, I only have so many. And like I said, it's a small box. The reason why it's a small box is because the wither flies. That's how it moves around. It flies. So I had to keep the box small so that it can't just fly away and go off and explore the Nether. So unfortunately, there are limiters. However, once we get to the rules of fighting the wither, we'll talk about that a little bit more. But that is a great question. Thank you.
I think
other
Finn and I
questions?
could handle it easily.
Yes. Daphne.
What about the fell folk in attendance today? There's no heir here.
Well,
Same with vampires.
like I said, that's going to be later classes down the line. In this class today, the only one fighting and killing the wither is myself.
Right.
This way everyone can at least see how it's done beforehand. But it'll be in later classes that each origin will be asked to fight a wither. Hopefully the heirs show up for that class. If not, it'll have to be up to my choosing. The next thing I'd like to talk about is, I suppose I'd like to ask you, why do you think you should fight a wither? Raise your hand when you have an answer. Cassian.
I would imagine they drop something quite valuable. Wardens drop plenty of items and experience.
Okay. Aquamarine?
To know how the effects of wither take effect on the body, so that way I can further research how to cure those effects of wither on the body.
A little bit of human experimentation. Okay. Ridley.
In order to know your enemies, kind of have to have experience with them. So even if you only do it once to get that experience, it's important to know everything that's out there, just as you taught us on the first day.
And it introduces a new
All
type
very
of
true.
fighting.
I believe all of these reasons are very valid. I think if you were to ask me, the reason I would fight a wither is for the one thing that withers are the only thing that drop it. It's called a Nether Star. This thing is used for backpack upgrades, or more prominently, it's used for a beacon. A beacon is a block you make in a sort of a pyramid with a ore block of some kind, so like an iron block or a gold block, emerald block, or diamond block, or I suppose netherite block if you really want to go that far. And if you deposit a piece of mineral, I suppose, into the beacon, it can give you an effect. It can be regeneration, it can be haste, it can be strength, speed, jump boost, and that effect will be in a wide circle around the beacon. So beacons are very useful, especially if you get multiple of them on the same pyramid. But they are very useful, and they can help keep people alive if you use them correctly. Any questions about beacons? Okay. Now, for going over to the Wither to fight it, like I said, it's in the Nether, so we will all travel to the Nether portal together in a group. We will head into the Nether. There's a spot that Cassian and I made to fight the Wither. It's not far at all from the main portal. We will all head over there. However, I'm going to assign 4 people to make sure that everyone is, keeping with us and that everyone is safe. Those 4 people are Finn, Mateus, Ridley, and Leonidas.
Well, I'm not surprised.
The 4 of you are in charge of making sure that everyone else in the class stays safe, whether that is while we travel there, while we're in the Nether, or while everyone is watching me fight the Wither. It's important that everyone here stays safe. I'm going to be busy fighting the biggest threat in the Nether, so I expect you 4 to help out and make sure that everyone stays safe. Are there any objections to that? Okay. Last thing I'd like to go over before we actually head over there are rules for fighting the Wither. Number 1, if you are going to fight the Wither, you need to have either my express permission or the headmaster's permission. There will be no permission slips. It has to be one of the 2 of us. Number 2, when you are to fight the Wither, it is only ever to be done in the box that I have created. This is the safest way to do it. A Wither will destroy things, and it can get away and hurt people if you do not have it in that box. It's very easy for it to lock onto something else and fly away. Thirdly, when fighting the Wither, you need to be in a group of 2, 3, maybe. The box can fit it. Today's the only exception with that for me, as I am fighting the Wither solo, because none of you have fought a Wither before. Any questions on the rules? Leonidas, did you raise your hand or did you open your book? I couldn't see.
I raised my hand.
Yes, what is your question?
I was wondering if, granted I don't know the size of this box, but if we could fit a ritual circle inside it, could we use magic to summon it?
We'll get back to you on that. That's a good question. I'll get back to you on that.
Please, for the
I
sake
need
of
to
us
know more
witches.
about that process because that is something I'm unaware of. But we will go over that later. Any other
Thank you.
questions? Kendris.
While you have mentioned that you are fighting the Wither on your own, are there any safety precautions we should be aware of in case something happens to you during your fight?
That is something we will go more over while we get to the box. But that is, again, a very good question. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Well, the last thing I sort of want to discuss while we're all in the classroom is that for these next 4 or so lessons, we're going to be going over everything for the Nether, any Nether bosses, any Nether monsters, and specifically using the Nether as a way to get to the dimension known as the end. You can only get to the end through the Nether. It's a process that we will be going over. But I plan to go over just about everything the Nether has to offer. Any questions about that? Okay. Well, if everyone is ready, we can start heading off to the Nether portal. Finn and Mateus, please take the rear. Leonidas and Ridley, please take the front with me. And everyone can follow me down. Be mindful that the stairs are only 2 blocks wide. Okay. Thank you, Velpo, for scaring me.
Or too fast.
That's
Oh,
so
and I
kind
should
to always
also-
do so.
I should always say this as well. For any class that I hold now, I will have water breathing potions in a backpack. So for whoever needs them, come to me before we head to the Nether. I will hand you some. They are all 8-minute. I have 192 on me currently. So just let me know whenever we get there. As for the safety precautions, we're still in the Nether, and we're still in the biome that wither skeletons and endermen spawn in. So the 4 I have chosen, please be mindful of that. Though if a skeleton hits anyone else, I would expect you to deal with it, especially if it's targeted at you. The way I have the box set up is that you will be not under the box, but sort of looking up into the box to watch the fight. I recommend you stand a little bit further away from the box just to make sure that no one gets hurt. Otherwise, it's the exact same stuff as the Nether. Just please be mindful. Watch your footing. I made railings on the pathway to the box, but it's still the Nether. Anything can happen in there. Be mindful.
If something happens to you during the fight, who is designated to get you up so there's not chaos?
Luciala will be designated to that.
Alright.
Otherwise, I do... Obviously, that is a very good question. It's important to have the precautions there, but I do have plenty of totems on me, so I don't think I'll be going down, or I'm not even sure I'll pop a totem, realistically, but... Okay, those who need and or want a water-breathing potion, come over here. You can take probably 3 each from the backpack.
So restless.
Anyone else need any? Okay, taking the backpack back. Alright, I'm gonna hop into the Nether first, and then Ridley and Leonidas can follow. After that, everyone else can start go through. Finn and Mateus, you guys will be last. Alright, it is safe. When we come out of the portal, we are heading on the path that says Vampire Kingdom Building Area. This way we don't crowd that little box that's around the Nether portal. Keep in mind, on this first part of the path, there's only a railing on one side. if you can, please line up on that side. You can go over here more if you need to. Not a problem. Finn, Mateus, is that everyone?
Yeah, we're good.
Alright, follow me this way, everyone. It is really not that far away.
Well, folks, stay on the netherrack.
Please. It'll be taking the right on the nether brick. This is where you have to be mindful of your footing and wither skeletons, and please do not look at Enderman in the eyes.
Unless you're wearing...
Here is the
Diamond.
box. It's stationed up a block so that you guys can stand kind of further away, like back here, to watch as I take down a wither. To get in there, there's no door, as a wither would just break it. You have to ender pearl in and out. If you need ender pearls for whenever you're killing a wither, come talk to me. I have more than enough.
Don't worry,
Otherwise
those are trapped in there.
I was going to say, isn't this...
Does anyone have any questions before we kind of hop in here and get started?
Oh.
Just looking at it. Okay. Everyone good? Oh, why'd you jump in there?
They can't leave that box. You don't need to
They
worry
cannot.
about them.
Yeah, they can't leave. They're too tall.
They're just loud.
If you want to
There's
break
a
the spawner,
spawner.
then go ahead.
I know I use that.
Okay, well then don't.
Okay.
It was fine. Well, I'm gonna hop in here. I'm gonna maybe, please. There it goes. I'm gonna show you guys how to build it yet again. Go to the little T. How can everyone see?
The babies can
Do
leave.
all see well?
Mm.
Yes.
Then you can plug it up if you need to. Okay. Then you do the 3 wither skulls. Now, when it's first summoned, it kind of charges up and it does a bit of an explosion. That's why I recommend everyone stands back. After it does that explosion, it's going to be targeted on me the entire time. There's no way for it to get out. There's no way for it to see you, at least as long as you're not too close. So again, please keep that in mind.
It's not a bow, it's a
And,
warclave.
here we go.
Withering Heights. That's funny. That's funny. That's a play on words.
There's the tool that I was mentioning. And that is all. That was it.
Of course,
They don't have a lot of health, but again, I was able to kill it that fast simply because I had a ceiling. And I am taking wither damage, but, you know, it's wither damage. It's going to be there for a while. Anyone have any questions on that? Any
Sure we need
observations?
2 to 3 people to fight one of those things?
It's more so keeping in line with the nether
It
rules.
didn't look like you could kill it in like one tap easily.
Lady Daphne's raising her hand.
I did not see, I'm sorry.
What did it drop?
Yes.
I saw that it dropped armor. What did it drop?
It dropped a netherite fire robe top with amplify spell 2, and a netherite frost robe top with amplify spell 1 and protection 1, as well as the Nether Star. This is what Nether Star looks like. Whoever wants to kind of get a look at it. And it only drops from a wither.
Lady Daphne, did you get a picture?
I did.
Beautiful. Can I see it later after it's developed?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wait, actually,
The
may I get
withers-
another picture?
I suppose. Here.
Thank you.
Alright. Well, the wither is fairly easy to fight. However, that is because, once again, there was a ceiling. It couldn't just fly away. If that ceiling wasn't there, it'd be hovering pretty high. I'd have to shoot it with a bow. My bow isn't that good. It's going to take a lot more hits. And, you know, the world around us doesn't really like bows and arrows. Everyone knows that. And also, I have some of the best gear you can get. Not everyone has that. Which is another reason why I ask you fight it in groups of 2 or 3. Any questions?
Brought for another diamond,
Yes.
which I totally got with
have
permission.
a question. Do you think the Wither has the potential to drop tier 4 artifacts such as jewelry?
I think it does. I haven't killed all that many in my time, but I'm fairly sure it does. Leonidas, you had a question?
Yes. Do they count as undead? Can they cross salt?
Never tried that one either.
I mean, they can fly, so
That is true. They hover. They don't walk.
Well, yes, but if you could box it in more without having it run into you, I suppose, or fly into you.
I suppose. But it doesn't really like to do melee to begin with. The Wither will, if given the chance, once again, if this box wasn't here, it would fly up and it would shoot its projectiles at me from pretty high up, and there's just not a lot you can do when it's that high up. And I'd say, even with my netherite diamond armor protection 4, the beginning explosion still did like 4, almost 5 hearts of damage. So you have to be really mindful of that. Otherwise, that was the main part of today's class. There's still a few other things I'd like to go over that are not as nether related, but
Oh,
kinda
question.
are. Yes.
Can you simply have it appear in the box and then use an ender pearl to get out of the box and just fight it from the edge?
Theoretically, you could.
yeah, I'd still very much like to see if it is immune to magic from the second phase when it has the shield. Because if you can use magic from the outside, it changes everything. I mean, we could probably kill withers in 10 seconds or less.
Well, let's all head back to the classroom. I don't want to stay in the nether with this large of a group for too long.
Goodness, I need magic tips.
Head down the stairs. Try not to run
Reminder
too far
for
ahead.
fellow folk to stay on the netherrack, please.
Thank you. The other main thing I'd like to go over, that I'll properly go over once we're back in the classroom, I'd like to do another once-over with mutant monsters. People have been getting used to them, and I'd like to see what other experiences you all have.
Very used to them. They're so fun now.
Alright, people can go ahead and start going through. I expect it to be pretty fine on the other side. I'll go last this time around. And I suppose demons might wonder this down the line. The soul was not any more plentiful than a normal one.
How'd it taste?
Kind of dry. The text
Listen-
is not great.
Luciala, Felix, can y'all get down from there, please?
Just more curious because I assume most people won't have that experience. So, if you have anything to offer or suggest that might help us to alleviate our interest in wanting to fight it just for that sake alone.
You can
Go ahead
taste
and go through.
souls.
Vampires, it's daytime, just so you know.
Go ahead. I'm going last, fellas. Please go
I
ahead
asked
of
you
me.
a question.
I'm sorry, did not hear.
Yes, we can.
I see. Thank you.
My apologies. All right. We can head back up to the classroom.
Spiteful.
And for those who still have spare water breathing, feel free to keep it. It's not like I can use it.
Screw it. We go zoom. I can keep up with the demons, it's fine. Wonder if they'll ever go on a soul hunt at some point again. That was fun. What am I saying? Enlightening. Nothing is really fun.
Are you alright, Professor?
Oh god. Oh god, it's just need a moment.
It can be a hike, for sure. Do you want me to get you up there?
Yes, please.
Alright.
They're showing weakness.
Try not to hit your head.
Honestly, you've been wonderfully careful.
Alright. Good from here?
Oh.
Might as well just use that door. That's fine. I forgot this door existed for a hot second.
You alright? Alright. Now there's two last things that I want to go over with everyone that are not Nether related. First thing I want to go over is the mutant monsters. As time has gone on, everyone has fought probably all of them at least once, realistically. I mean, they spawn in on their own. In my mind, there's a different way to deal with all of them. But something I really want to focus on, especially since we have talked about going to the end, is mutant endermen. They are, in my mind, I guess the second most dangerous between the mutant monsters. They can throw you around, they can throw blocks at you, they can teleport you. From what I've heard, I haven't experienced it myself, but from what I've heard, they can make you go blind. They are dangerous. Even if you have netherite diamond, they can be dangerous. However, they're going to be an obstacle that we have to face if we go to the end. So, if you're in a group of 2 or more and you do see one, I give you my permission to take it out as practice for going to the end. This is only in a group of 2 or more. If you go down and you're alone, there is no one there who's going to save you. Any questions on that? Mateus.
Do they attack you whenever they see you like the other mutant monsters, or is it just like when you stare in their eyes, like regular Enderman?
I'm fairly sure I haven't initiated an attack with one. I'm fairly sure that you need to attack it or look at its eyes.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong though. If anyone has any, yes, Ridley.
I actually think that they can attack pretty unprovoked. I'm not exactly sure with the encounter that I had, if we don't think that it was provoked, but as just like any other Enderman, we haven't actually gotten super close enough to detail every part of the interaction, but we think it was unprovoked.
Okay, that's good to know. Keep that in mind. Leonidas, did you raise your hand?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
I was also attacked by one that I did not directly look at, and Diamond Netherite does not pacify them like it does regular Enderman.
Oh, that's good to know.
How I look at the mutant creatures, at least the main 4 of them, that being the skeleton, zombie, creeper, and enderman, I have sort of categorized them in my own head in what way it's easiest to deal with them. I think by far the easiest one to deal with is a mutant skeleton, and I think that's also the most common one.
True.
It's the one I see all the time, at least. If they can shoot you from afar, then they can probably keep you away, but if you're able to get close, and you have a good weapon for close combat, you can take it out pretty easily. Especially if you have good armor, they really don't do anything to you if you have good
easily.
armor.
Very
zombies are the next.
Easily.
For those, if you have a fire aspect weapon, that is going to be the easiest thing to deal with it. Or maybe you use fire magic, that'll be good too. Setting it on fire is the way to go. I have sort of found the best way to deal with it is by sort of dancing around it and just constantly hitting it from its blind spot, getting around it as often as possible. And it will go down as long as you're using fire-based attack. After that, we talked about the mutant endermen. I think that they're the second most dangerous. I think that the mutant creepers are by far the most dangerous. I have learned the hard way, even in diamond netherite, that final explosion, if you are right next to that mutant creeper, that final explosion will pop your totem. And that's coming from someone who has 2 extra hearts. I have 12 hearts.
Great.
And it popped my totem. Yes, Luciana.
This is why we have a totem.
I actually recently discovered that they can charge up.
Yes, that is true.
It's not that much different in combat, but the radius of impact is a lot more larger. I think.
Yeah,
I've only
that's
encountered
good
the
to know.
one.
Thank you. Another thing that mutant creepers can do is they can, I don't know who all has witnesses. If you're trying to do like a hit and run tactic with a mutant creeper, they will quite literally jump 10 to 15 blocks in the air to land on you and explode on you. That is something that's happened to me multiple times.
This is why we use a bow, and you bow
The best way
spam
to deal with a mutant creeper is to sit from afar, either use a long-range magic spell or a classic bow and arrow, and it will get the job done. As long as you stay far enough away that it can't see you,
I know my
it
stuff.
will probably just sit there and take it until it dies. That's the easiest way to deal with a mutant creeper.
And then you get
Any
an egg.
questions? The last thing I'd like to go over, it's not really mob related, however, it is major related. If you're planning on majoring in any one of my classes, something that I expect from you is I expect to hear a lot from you. Any experiences you might have, any takes you might have, any observations, anything like that, I expect to hear from you if you're majoring in one of my classes. That goes for everyone. Even if you do, you know, say whatever, it's fine. Good for you. Keep doing that. Mob studies is going to slowly get more difficult as we ramp up towards the dimension, the end. Especially now since we're getting to the boss territory. So please make sure that you have the gear that you need. Make sure that you are well equipped. Make sure you have some totems. Nothing is too difficult to get, but if you need help, let me know, and I will do everything I can to help you. Any questions? All right. I will say from there, class is dismissed.
To copy
Seems like there's a line to talk to the professor.
Marjorie, you ready? Alright, follow me.
Worse than the last one.
I'm sure it
I
won't
think
be
that's
long.
what I'm. Let's hope not. If he does it one fight per class, it could take a while.
I mean, I doubt it with how quick that fight was. I mean, we could hit them all. We could have done it
I
tonight.
think we could
even
hit
if we
them all.
wanted
Yeah,
to.
we could have all done one today, realistically.
Would have been no issue.
But I understand the caution,
Go back
especially
to the
since
dorm and
if
we
he
can
hasn't.
discuss there. Is there some other place we can discuss?
I'll make a
Excuse me.
What's wrong?
You shouldn't get into it.
What? How come?
It would only just get you hurt.
That's you can't just say the same thing again and expect me to be okay with that.
You think I'm going to allow my past mistakes to come back to haunt me again?
You're not able to tell me what happened.
They called me back to court.
Okay.
You remember when one of us would speak out of line? And the consequences for that?
Mm-hmm. What did you say?
It's not what I said, it's what I've done.
What did you do? Because of me?
No, they don't know about you. They don't like it when I come back and have a different attitude, I suppose. They don't like the effect this school is having on me.
What attitude? What's
Remembering I'm human.
say again?
Remembering that I'm human.
Did you vocalize this thought?
In a way.
I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Shouldn't be this way.
It's not your fault.
Well, it's gonna be if I don't do something about it.
You're going to get yourself hurt.
I'll be fine. I would rather do something and then get hurt rather than not do anything at all.
Stubborn punk you are. You've always been stubborn, and I'm glad you still are.
Some things never change.
Some things.
Are you gonna go rest now?
I may stick around for a little bit. There's a couple conversations that I want to have, but probably in an hour, then I'll leave.
Okay. I won't baby you, but just be careful. Please.
I'm always careful. I can handle myself, you know that.
I know. Just making sure. If I don't say it, then if something does happen, I don't want it to fall on me.
Why would it
Or
ever
have
fall
partial
on you?
blame. Sorry?
Why would it ever fall on you? If I do something stupid or get myself into trouble without... That's completely my fault.
Because as your friend, it's part of my obligation. Not to say that it applies to all friendships, but to ours it does.
We're friends.
No, we're just people who like it. Yes. Was that... Did you not... No.
I'm not good at this, Silas.
I'm not even... Okay, yes, we are... You are and I'd be kind of... Yet we are. We are friends.
Are you still sick?
Do you not want to be? It's different if you don't want to be. We don't have to be.
No.
No, it's okay. You don't want to. No, it's fine.
No, Silas.
It's okay. Oh, we're being approached.
That's all right, Silas.
Did you see my message?
I did, yes.
Okay. Do you want to talk now or later?
I don't mind talking in perhaps 2 minutes. I was wrapping up this conversation.
No worries, no rush.
We are friends. Very much so.
We're friends.
Yes.
Okay. Well, in that case...
Oh, what is that? Do you take photos of your friends?
I'd prefer to be able to actually see your hair again, as it actually is. So...
Huh? It's what? Sorry, it's what? Sorry, what?
Your hair looks black.
Do you mean it's blue?
I know it's supposed to be blue. I know it is. I know it's supposed to be blue, but it looks black.
Hold on. Do the photos allow you to see the actual color? Why haven't you done this sooner? I've been waiting this whole time.
What do you mean done what sooner?
Taking a photo of me to see what my hair looks like.
I don't know. I didn't want to invade. Or I thought taking photos.
You can't say invade my privacy. It's not exactly private, is it?
Also, just I thought taking photos of other people was a friend thing, and I didn't know if we were friends or not. But now that we are, then therefore it's socially acceptable, correct?
To an extent, I believe you're right in that it is more acceptable for friends to take pictures of other friends than people who aren't. But I'm glad you get to see my hair color. I think it makes my hair look better. Sometimes it looks messy. That's not really my fault. But I think the blue probably looks nicer than the black. I'll see you.
Bye, Silas. We're friends.
See ya.
people, but
Well timed. Cassian just walked off with Lady Daphne.
Really?
Yes.
Kind of.
Shenanigans.
Oh, it's got even more now.
No, per usual. Well, if you wish to speak, where would you like to go? Somewhere new, somewhere old.
Great question.
Fair enough. Well, we can always take a bit of a walk first, and then we can decide then.
True.
Right. See y'all later.
Just jumped off. That's so crazy.
Oh. Fair choice. In fact, if you even want to, we could always walk and talk if you don't want to take a seat somewhere.
That is true. I'll change my armor then, so I'm not too fast.
That's fair. You know, if we really want to get ambitious, I could give us a ride on charcoal while we take a little stroll.
Charcoal's listening to you again.
Yes, actually. He's still a bit stubborn and sassy per usual, but he has been listening far better than he was when I was being nice. So, we seem to be in a good place.
I wouldn't mind a ride.
Wonderful. Then I'll make us a group now, and then we can walk and talk, and we can go and visit charcoal. Right. I will say that class was very interesting. I did not expect the weather to be so underwhelming.
I was also underwhelmed and less than pleasantly surprised by how easy it was.
Yeah. The way that the professor was building it up made it seem like it'd be this grand and intriguing fight, and it seemed as if it was melted like butter. And I know his sword's pretty good. Apparently it can one kill most mobs, but at the same time it's still was not very satisfying of a fight to watch.
No. Honestly, I believe taking on that raid was harder than watching that fight.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think that in some ways there's strength in numbers when it comes to those kinds of fights.
True.
That's why I prefer a weapon like my katana, at least right now. It's been nice. It's not what my usual choice would be, but it's sort of the weapon I've chosen that seems to fit with what I want to do here at school, and I like it because it can cleave through multiple things at once.
Fair. Whereas I have blades that get close combat, and there's two, but they do less damage, however you are faster.
Yes, so you can swiftly get through many things.
There's the Crown Duchess.
Oh, there is. If you wish to speak with her, we can leave the group for a moment.
I believe she may be busy with her book. I do not wish
Okay.
to disturb her.
Then there's no problem there. Alright, let me get my little buddy. Okay. Hey, Charcoal, how are you doing? Yeah, Artoria's here. Yeah, alright, okay. Do you mind if I ride you? I wish to take you for a little stroll as we talk about some things. You seem mildly distracted today. Okay, I can't always come and just visit you by myself. Sometimes I have to bring other people. Okay?
Now you're complaining at my presence?
Sometimes having to do, it's like chores, okay? You're like a chore I have to maintain. 'Cause apparently you don't walk yourself, even though you've more than proven that you certainly know how to. Okay, maybe. Okay, just. I'm not gonna say I'm sorry. I'm not. All right, hop on. Where would you like to ride to?
You're in control of the horse.
You'd think. Then how about we take a stroll? We could just take it through the woods. Actually, you know what? If you want, we could always take a stroll by that village that's nearby. Sure. Maybe even do a raid or two if we feel so inclined.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. Give something mindful to do whilst we converse. There we go. All right. Okay. well, since we are currently on the way, I have plenty of opportunity to listen. So if you wish to speak about anything in particular, bring anything up, then I am all ears, as I'll be driving.
First, I wanted to ask how you were holding up.
I am doing well, and I mean that sincerely. At least in terms of all this, I really am grateful that both you and Cassian fought so hard to figure out what was going on, and I have, I think between how I was feeling then and how I'm feeling now, I genuinely feel more like myself than I ever have before in a very long time, which is certainly saying something. If we're in the rain, do you need to worry about the water breathing?
No,
I guess now
but
it's
trees
snow.
are a thing. And snow.
Ah, yes, that's fair. All right. We've only gotten this way so many times, and Charcoal seems to know the way quite well. I'm not really having to guide him very much at all. But yeah, no. Otherwise, I've been feeling much better. Feeling more capable than I have in a while. There are still some, general qualms I may have about the way things are and the way certain people behave, but that isn't exactly something I have full control over. So I just do what I can.
You did seem quite salty about a miscommunication of timing.
Yeah, at the moment. There's two parts of this story. The first primarily being that what is it? That actually I think there might be pillager this way. I'm trying to see if there's one with a banner. But I did not see one. Right, but what was I saying? So my brother had his knighthood class on Monday, and I had intended to show up at the right time when class was scheduled to be held.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently that day the class time changed.
What? When?
It was moved an hour up.
Well, that's a tragedy and quite inconvenient.
So I went to class thinking the class was still commencing, and no, it had already started an hour earlier, and so I completely missed an opportunity to even go in the first place. And actually, I should just be writing, and you can slice them since then I don't remove my umbrella. Nice. Don't see any with banners yet. Right. But anyways, so that time difference certainly impacted things. And so I was a bit miffed when I went to class, and then I find out from the professor class was over and that they were doing an activity. And apparently if I wanted to, I could have probably even Sorry, I got distracted. What were you holding just now?
What do you think I was holding?
It wasn't a warglaive, that's for sure.
No, it was not.
What is that?
You should recognize this. Granted, I don't pull it out on school grounds.
I haven't seen it in a while. Did you sharpen it recently?
Yes, I did take care of it.
Makes sense. Well, it's good to see you using it again, though I suppose it probably is a weapon more often used for more nefarious things than killing pillagers.
I suppose.
But yeah, so he moved the time and then proceeded to not invite me to the activity, so I was quite upset about that. And then in order to make sure I was not tardy for the class and I had his word, I asked him what class time was going to be for today. And he said that it'd be at 7 p.m. Everthorne Standard Time, which is,
typical.
At 6 o'clock Cinder. Yes. But then, apparently, he proceeded to tell me during a meeting that I had with him and Cassian, because they're hanging out a little bit now, which I find interesting. He wanted to speak about some matters that have to do with our family, and so I went and during. Oh, there's Banner. Nice. All right.
Bad omen.
Bad omen. Wonderful. Leave that one for later then. So I proceeded to hear from him that the headmaster wished to have class changed to a different time. So he pushed the class back a half hour, but I had in writing that the class began at the time that it did because I wanted to ensure that it happened at the time. So, in order to prove my point that I wish to keep him at his word, I went to class at the time he gave me, not the class that was on the sign. And I sat there for an extra half hour early to ensure that he knew that I meant business. And he did not take very kindly to that. He's like, "You are petty, you know that?" And I was like, "Okay."
Your pettiness knows no bounds.
I like to think that I'm petty with a purpose, because I've learned, even whilst I was in the state that I was. Let's see here. Should I risk having charcoal out during this fight?
Absolutely not. There will be ravagers.
All right. Okay, charcoal. Take a seat. Enjoy hanging out inside of the pen. Yeah, basically he had the nerve to call me out for saying your pettiness is absurd, and I'm like, well, I have learned that speaking in a language people understand seems to be much more effective, and people understand pettiness because then it gets the message across quite clear. It doesn't inconvenience me in the slightest. Or if it does, at least it, again, proves my point. Whereas when I'm being, nice and colloquial, then people don't seem to want to listen. I was looking to see if I could see... I'm looking for the markers on the map in my brain. Sometimes I know that in this hill they can go down below. There's a cavern that sometimes they'll appear in, as well as on the outreaches, but it does seem like they aren't, at least in the main vicinity. Let's see. Let me look down below. See if they happen to be down here in the cave. Oh, nice. Are they out in the open?
Yes, they are just down the hill.
Okay, wonderful. I'm of course on the other side, but that's okay. I will say, while we're here, if you happen to find a Vindicator card, let me know. Unless you need it, I would like to use it as a gift to give to my older brother.
Well, let's hope we get two.
Well, if you need one, then that goes to you first.
Well,
you're doing
if
the
we
work.
need one, then I need to use my looting weapons then.
I guess that's fair. Alright, hello. Alright. See one more remaining. Where would that be at? Is he down here? I see him. He's inside this crevice. And the crevice is no more. But a crossbow. Those are still some of the most ridiculous weapons in my personal opinion. Not very useful. Alright. There we go. Something I was thinking about recently is that I think it'd be nice to have a simple but effective set of water protection armor for instances like this. I think it'd help me in midst of the rain.
At least, yes.
And also, I know at least one point recently you mentioned the idea of me potentially, I don't know, going through a bit of navigation through some water tunnels in the school, and I think it'd be quite nice to have something that I could wear that would allow me to do so without suffering immense amounts of pain.
They are above.
Okay. I see them. Alright, there we go. Oh, Vindicator behind you. Nice. Okay, where's the last? Don't see them inside the forests. I imagine they... Okay, there we go. Nice.
Recharging.
Wonderful.
Oh, I'm so glad it's raining.
I'm glad for you, not glad for me.
I apologize on your
not
behalf.
In the slightest.
For me, though, it's easier to get around.
I think the more difficult thing is because of the fact that I use a two-handed weapon, I can't carry an umbrella at the same time, and having to worry about just a simple axe is not nearly as effective. It's also just a lot slower. Though I suppose, actually, hold on, I do have some single-handed weapons that I carry with me. There's well, they're not, but they don't have looting 3 like my katana does. I've invested a lot of resources to making this one quite strong. Let's see. Wonder if these ones are at the bottom of the hill this time because they are not anywhere near line of sight.
I think I found them.
Okay. Are they above or down below?
Down below. Oh, yes, I found one. There's a Ravager.
All right. Well, we'll have to make quick work of them. Oh, it seems like there's a lurker there. And some witches. What a Ravager. Doesn't even have his attention on me at all. Makes that easy. Right, there's a witch down here. Pardon me, ma'am. Despicable, ma'am.
One more.
I got some glass bottles. That'll be very handy. Not that I need them so much.
Ah.
Let's see. Up hello.
Now to get all the way back up.
Shouldn't be too hard, I suppose, right now.
Nope. Why, I love the rain. Now, thunder would be even better.
Why thunder?
I
Just
just
the
like
sound?
the sound of it.
Makes sense. Let's see. Is there anything else that's been particularly going on as of late? Not really. I have managed to somehow procure after the beach party, which, by the way, we apparently have been punished, quote unquote, for having this party because
Why
someone
were you-
told the headmaster that we had it.
Was there not permission granted to have the party? I was under the impression that it was...
I told my brother about it, though I
Then
suppose
why-
permission is a very odd term to use when I simply informed him the party was happening. But he knew it was going on, and
So, it was a... They were told, but they did not give express permission to have a massive gathering in the Nether.
no. And to be fair, the party was originally meant to be for demons only.
You
That was my
mentioned, yes.
intention. And Cassian thought it would be better to invite people of other origins. I believe that that's the only reason why we're being punished for it, because if other origins had not been invited, then no one else would have known about the party, and therefore there would have been no reason to have this issue. So, it's a bit of an odd situation, but
I can see why. Who do you think would... I suppose Snitch would be the
down
right
here
word
again.
for it.
I'm not sure at the
Down.
moment, but conveniently enough, at the beach party, you may have even remembered it, but Rosalind was interested in wanting to have tea with me just to talk, shop in general. And I
I remember
I'm
you
certainly-
agreeing.
I did. And if anything, I think it's just because, to know thy enemy is a very good goal to have. And I don't necessarily wish to, keep her at arm's length forever, but at the same time, I also think that it's far better to figure out exactly how she works, especially after everything that happened with her and Cassian. There's just a creeper down here. But anyways, so I'm quite curious to see if that conversation bears any fruit at all, because if I had to be honest, she would be my most likely candidate as to who would want to spoil that sort of fun. I don't have any true reason to believe necessarily that it would be her, guaranteed, but she's the first person that came to my mind. So I'll see if she has good enough answers when I talk with her. See whether or not she is the person who did it, or perhaps maybe even she knows someone who maybe would have told. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's a worthwhile enough piece of information to share to an extent.
Trying to find this last raider.
Yeah. Because, yeah, between everyone who was there, I certainly would not have thought it'd be you or, your compatriot, Lord Silas. Doesn't seem like the type to spoil that sort of thing. You think otherwise?
I'm hoping not, but I can ask. Because I can always rely on him to be honest with me.
That is fair. It's entirely up to you. But if nothing else, Rosalind would be my more likely candidate. I don't think it'd be Lady Daphne because of her relation to Cassian.
Very true.
So, let's see here. Sorry, I got some missives, of course. Also do things. Where on earth is this final raider? So I'm anticipating they'd be down in the main area where we saw the other. Oh, thank goodness. I apologize for you, but I'm thankful for me. I can finally see. Do you have water breathing potions on you, I presume, so you don't suffocate?
I do. I have plenty.
There is also the well here if you get desperate.
True. I restocked my potions. I will be fine for quite a while.
Good. All right, I'll check down here, because that's where they all were earlier, so I'm imagining it'd be somewhere down here. Just like a matter of where. Okay. Whereabouts? Because sometimes they show up inside it. There's like a little cavern that's in here. Just stay in the water for a second. And sometimes they can show up down there. Okay, well, I guess that's good to know. So down here... No, there is a backpack zombie, though. I would like your goods. Right, retrieve those, exit the cavern, because there's clearly nothing of any value in here. Has to be somewhere nearby here, because that's where we fought them earlier. It would not make sense for them to suddenly be elsewhere. There's a little section here. Is that related? No, it's not. Okay. I don't see anything there. I mean, it's possible, because I know there were evokers, then, like, would they have summoned the Vex that's causing this woe?
I don't believe Vexes count as raiders.
I see.
At least from my experience, they did not. They just hung around until I eventually killed them.
Right. Do you know if this place has a bell?
It does.
Okay, try ringing it. See if you can get near it. Oh, that's fair. I can probably get there more easily. I just take a moment.
Took off my more movement armor.
I see. Also, while we're still here doing this, I know we've gotten mildly distracted. You asked me one question. Do you wish for me to ask you a question in return so that you can ask another, or was it not necessarily a questioning type of mode we were in?
I mean, if you always wish to uphold the status quo, I do not mind if you ask a question.
All right. Let's see. Oh, what was it that you were doing with Leonidas the other night when you came by the project that Professor Castiel is working on? We talked briefly with him, and he said that you were waiting in the water for a while.
What was I doing in the water, or what was I doing with Leonidas?
The latter.
Leonidas mentioned that Professor Castiel was working on a project and was inclined to show me it.
See.
And then the tide called and I had to leave for a few hours.
That's completely fair.
I may have also pranked Professor Castiel just a little bit.
Oh, did you now?
Perhaps. Where's the
well,
bell? There
if you wish to tell, you're welcome to do so, because I also have engaged in somewhat of a prank on my brother professor.
Really now?
Yeah, I was a bit peeved after missing out on the knighthood class, and so I decided to go to his chessboard that he worked on, that I technically helped work on, and
Chessboard?
I laid... Yes, he's made a chessboard. And so I placed layers of snow over most of it, as a mild inconvenience that he'll have to clean up if he wishes to use it again.
Your pettiness knows no bounds.
No. And it's also nothing that's related to me, so there'd be no reason for him to track that back to me in any way. And if he does, then, again, there's no harm in it.
I could have sworn there was a bell.
There may have been. If there is not one here anymore, though, then it's not very difficult to make one, I don't believe. Let me see here. Oh, wait, never mind. You cannot make them.
Oh! Found it.
Ah. Okay. So we're looking to see if we can find this raider.
Does ringing the bell bring it out?
Supposedly it makes it so you can see it better. But I do not see any evidence of this anywhere nearby. Try ringing again?
I'm spamming it.
Okay. I do not see any evidence of any raiders anywhere near here. Where on earth would it be?
Did it fall into the cave?
Well, that's what I was wondering as well, but the thing is, it's not like there's a... Like, the cave that's underneath here is not substantially all that difficult to find. Oh, I see. It's only in the range of the bell. It's possible that the bell is too far away. Nope. Oh, dear. There's water here.
Zombie card.
Oh, nice. I have a decent amount of those.
I have no idea what I'm going to do with this because I already have enough, but okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish that you could put these cards into, like, a binder of some sort.
Like a photo album?
Yeah, something similar. But I've not yet found an equivalent. Let's see here. Right. Let's see here. Whereabout? I'm trying to see if there's anything like on this hill at all, and I see nothing of the sort. It's got to be nearby. Oh, now I've gone so far that I can't even see the raid marker on the village anymore. I went so far to the outskirts of the area.
It's a zombie, skeleton, enderman.
Oh, there's a zombie villager here. Sancho.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Just looking around. And so far, nothing. I'm moving that bell around to see if potentially moving it somewhere else can help to see what we're looking for more easily. I can't have wandered off that far. See, if I move the bell over here, does that change anything? No, there's nothing down there. If I go all the way down. Because this is where the raiders were. Oh, there we go.
Where?
You see it?
What?
Down there.
Oh!
It is in the cave. It's not much more. It's down here, I think. Aha! Hello. Alright. It seems the raid is now ready to commence. Once again. Grab that bell unless you already are on it.
I do not have it yet.
Alright, I got it. All good. Okay. very unlikely the raid will appear back down here again, but if they do, we'll be right here, ready for them. You hear the horn this way. Okay, they're on the ground floor, and oh, there's plenty of indicators here. And there's an evoker.
Coming around.
Wonderful. Okay.
Ugh, Vexes. Do you want those souls?
I mean, certainly would be interested, but at the same time, it's, you know, it's not worth the effort of trying to get them, is all I know. If they appear, then great. I have learned apparently that Vexes can drop cards, so if we wish to, we could leave an evoker alive and try and get cards from them. But it would require an extensive amount of effort. So I will say, despite the fact that cards are interesting, they do not offer much in the way of taste.
There we go.
Nice. Right. Should have my boat. Oh, I just realized this. Oh, dang, this backpack had a Soul Frost 5 in it. Impressive.
Good for someone who participates in that magic.
Yeah, I'm not really myself, but still very interesting to look at and see. See if I had my boat on me, but I'm blind half the time, and I'm like, where's my boat? And oh, there it is, I see. If I do this, get in there. Will it let me? Okay, just gonna push the smoker this way. Come on, get in there. There we go. All right, now the evoker's stuck in the boat. Maybe he will allow us. Maybe he'll send some more Vexes for us to fight. Apparently, a Vex card drops Phantom Membranes as well.
Really?
Yes. It's a very interesting thing to think about. I've seen it. Oh, this one got caught in the boat that I made. Let's see if I can shoot it out delicately.
Nice shot.
Thank you. Not very hard to miss when it's literally stand still. You know, just like those withers, these evokers I've learned after a long time are not nearly as threatening as I once thought they were.
No, once you learn how to deal with them. Oh.
Did you kill it? It's alright.
Yep. That's unfortunate.
Far too efficient. I get it. It's alright, there'll be another raid stage anyway.
Don't know my own strength sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's okay. I'd rather be that strong than not. Okay, anyways, I asked my question long ago. Was there anything else that you want to talk about?
I did mention that I had an idea.
Yes, that you did. What sort of idea is it?
Are you still wanting to test Phelan's bias and loyalty?
Most definitely. They're down here.
Down where?
Where they have been some disappearing. There's many in the water here, though, which actually means they're perfect candidates for fighting you.
Tempting to find my way down there.
It's by the river where we were at earlier. Let's see here. Some miscellaneous things. You see the horde just waiting for you, sitting in the water. I guess they're moving out of the water now, but they are nearest to the water.
Oh,
just trying to escape.
Yes, please allow me to use my natural resistance.
Making fast work of them. Right. Ooh, another stage. It's good pickings. But yes, so your idea has to do with wanting to test out Phelan and his biases.
Yes. If we are going with Marjorie, then I was thinking perhaps first and foremost, you could start perhaps getting close to her.
Okay. That coincidentally has already made some progress in that regard, but yes. Really? Indeed. But continue to offer your idea first, and I can explain why afterward.
I would say perhaps prey on the vulnerability that she has with her needing to find a suitable match.
Oh, is that a concern of hers?
Yes. She has pressure from her family to marry well.
Well, that certainly can be arranged. I am not opposed to using charm to get close to someone if I need to.
Of course.
Especially if, it's a good means of getting information and other things, then I certainly think I have enough of the natural charisma required to do such a thing.
Well, your charisma saved your life, so.
That is true. Alright, let's see here. Well, okay, well that seems suitable enough then. Guess I could certainly try and figure out what the best way would be to achieve that.
Start out by being her friend, and honestly, you don't really need to get very close to her, just close enough that you would start telling her personal details about yourself. Then, you would tell her a lie.
Gotcha. And what would this lie in particular be?
Whatever you want it to be. Just make sure it's something embarrassing about yourself that you wouldn't want other people knowing. And impress upon her that she is the only person to ever know this detail about you.
Okay.
And then, perhaps a few days later, the school would begin to find perhaps certain books placed around with that very secret in it.
Right. Let's see. Work. Yeah. Let's see, did I grab that totem? You should get that. You were in that one.
I have 3 of them now. Are you sure you don't need any?
My brother has supplied many for us demons, so I will be more than fine. Unless, of course, I gave you all the ones that we got from here, in which case, you're welcome. I mean, I think I have 1 that I got from this raid, so I still got something.
Okay, well, even pickings.
I see. Well, thank you for that. Either way, though, I will say that idea does sound very promising. It's got a lot of possible fruit to it, and I think places me in enough risk that it's enticing.
Enticing?
I mean, in the sense that my goal behind this is that I wanted to be the only one affected.
True.
By whatever choice we chose to make. This seems like it'd be something that would work very well in that regard.
And the rumor would be a lie, in all honesty. It wouldn't really be true. And you and I would be the only people who would know that.
Very true. Though, of course, in order to be able to fool people, I'd have to try and think of something very convincing.
Indeed. But yes, once that happens, perhaps publicly scorn her. Because, for all she or other people knew, she was the only person who knew that bit of information. And therefore, it would be her fault.
Right.
With enough pressure, you can convince someone to believe something. And then if you scorn her in just the right way, she may... Oh, I believe this is yours too.
Oh, thank you.
She may break under that pressure and attempt to either do something to you or bring it to a teacher.
Right. Oh, yes, I'm remembering you mentioned this now.
She may challenge you to duel.
Correct. Which then would even prompt even more reason for things to happen.
Perhaps. Which, if that were to happen, If she were to win, you would have to apologize to her. If you win, she would have to apologize to you.
Right. Which all doesn't sound too bad. In the long run, especially if it's all to do with this sort of rumor. Apology does not mean I'm admitting anything that I've done wrong. It simply means that I am sorry for believing her to have been one to spread this rumor.
Very true.
I think that sounds like a very smart plan.
Thank you. I
Like
tried
the
very
idea a
hard
lot.
to be intelligent about this.
Well, I don't think it was that difficult then for you. I simply mean, I like it. I think it works well. Well then I suppose, I know for a fact that I am still waiting for her to make me an outfit that I can use for equestrian studies. And it's possible that might provide a good opening, when she has me try on the outfit to potentially maybe be directly forward with her. Maybe it'd be good if I reach out initially and actually ask if she wishes to go on a date or something like that.
You know what? You would put her on the spot. Why not?
Yeah, and then at that point as well, it also means then that it's sort of, at least I have learned that, again, you have to communicate in a way people understand you. If I make it very clear what the intentions are, it puts the idea in her thought that that's something that maybe I'm interested in. People don't usually go out of their way to flirt with someone unless they have the intention to do something. In this case, I'd be telling her that I wish to get to know her better, which she has no reason to doubt, because it's true.
Just make sure you flirt with her.
Shouldn't be too hard.
No, you have a good personality for it.
Thank you. I don't waste words, so everything that I say should be meaningful.
That's something I admire about you.
Well, thank you. I'm glad. It's something I appreciate about myself, too. Do we wish to try and do another raid, or do we wish to put this bell and I can bring you and Charcoal back?
How tired are you?
Not terribly tired, though I, at some point tonight, have some plans I'll need to attend to, but it's weird. I was going to speak with my brother, and... Oh, actually, no, he is there. I tried to reach out for a moment. He wasn't there for a while, but he seems to be back around now. Maybe he went unconscious for a little bit to rest. I'm sure he's had a lot going on. Right. Well, it's up to you. So then I guess your question then at that point is, do you wish to do another raid?
I'm always spoiling for a fight.
Let's see. Well then, how about I'll put this bell back. We can see if we can get a banner. We can go from there. So I may ask if you don't mind being the head for Charcoal this time, so I can message my brother back.
Of course.
Wonderful. All right. Charcoal seems to trust you as much as he does me in terms of being ridden. How often did you see him while I was in my stupor? If at all.
Fairly often.
Oh, I see. Oh, nice. Let's see. Okay, well, well, I guess you didn't really give me a true question. You just offered an idea. It doesn't technically count toward our original exchange of information. And not that this was what this was anyway. But you have the freedom to ask me a question if you'd like. Otherwise, you don't have to. This was not what this was meant to be for anyway.
question, but I don't know how to phrase it.
Okay. Oh, well. I seem to have received my missive from Rosalind asking for tea. If you don't mind, I'd love to hear your question. Once you think of how to phrase it, we can swap spots if you'd like. And you can ask your question. Oh, sorry, I should have stayed on.
Is there a way that demon contracts can override other magic?
That's a very particular question. It's not really something I've ever had to think about much. Contracts are a powerful form of magic, but I don't know of any instances in my personal case where they would be something that would override something else. Though, of course, I've never really looked into that. It's possible they might. I just have never had any reason to investigate.
Well, it's possible.
Is there a reason why you're curious about it?
When I stumbled across you in the Nether, when you were there totally not alone. I wasn't exactly supposed to speak to you, and yet I could. And I asked a question.
Right. Okay. Well, why? I guess. Actually, I shouldn't ask your meal of yours. But okay. Unfortunately, I don't really know exactly why that would be the case.
I don't know either. I just thought it was interesting. At least a good loophole.
Gotcha. Am I free to ask a question?
You are.
Why exactly weren't you allowed to speak with me? Oh, bye, Charcoal. Thanks for the ride.
It's not just you.
Gotcha. So you're not allowed to speak with demons?
To be really specific, it would be not to speak unless spoken to.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I'm responding to a message now. Yeah. That is a very interesting predicament. Is that, I assume, something that happened when you last went back home?
A couple weeks ago, yes.
Gotcha. That is very interesting. And I don't know. It seems like that'd be a very... At least from your past experience, I feel like those are things that you're not able to necessarily break. You've been able to get around certain things by finding other means to achieve certain goals, but... Oh, seems that High Duchess is still here in this vicinity.
True.
Let's make it move this way. Actually, no, here. Let's sit at this bench. Somewhere different than where we sat previously. Still finds people in my own mind, but... Oh. Are you documenting this?
Is it alright if I do?
If you'd like, I just was worried that you might not wish to do so.
Why would I not?
Fair enough. Even though I am wearing the uniform, I didn't want to take it off simply for the sake of not wanting to leave the classroom when my brother was there. I had to stand my ground. Couldn't very well leave my spot.
I'm surprised you didn't end up wearing any armor for the Nether. You
What
went
do
to
you
the
mean?
Nether and... Did you not just wear your entire uniform to the Nether while we were going for the Wither?
Armor uniform, yes. I have armor that I keep underneath it.
Fair.
I imagine as you were under your clothes.
Yes, but a school uniform is hardly comfortable for fighting in. Or
No.
traveling.
But I went to class wearing my uniform, and even though the professor said we could change out of it, I was in the room at the time. I was not going to leave.
Fair.
I
Right,
had a
because
point
you
to
came
prove.
13 minutes...
You say early. It was the time that he gave me. I wanted to make sure that he knew that I was going to be there.
Of course, I will correct myself. You were completely on time. More than on time.
Exactly. Alright, I will meet with Rosalind in 5 minutes. In the photography club room. So we can have tea.
Good luck.
Thank you. I don't exactly know how it's going to go. I imagine the way that it's worded makes it seem like it's just simple tea. And, you know, as I said, the best way to get to know one's enemy is to, I suppose, spend time with them.
True.
But at least my lines aren't blurred like my brother's.
I was going to warn you, be careful and do not fall for her charm.
I have no reason to fall for her when I can only look at her and view someone who poisoned my brother. She may be apologetic for it, but it does not mean that I've forgiven her yet for it. But we'll see. We'll see what it offers. I think it might just be a matter of discussing other things, and if nothing else, I can, at least ask her questions about her own court. I am very interested to learn more about how they function and do things in social settings.
Thinking about taking her as a contact.
Not in the same way that I have with you. Ours is very established and something I actually trust. But I think it is useful to have people in all places. If that's something she's interested in, and that sort of information exchange, I certainly can, but it won't be under contract. So nothing I say to her is going to have to be truthful.
Fair.
I can make up things if I want to. Not that I would. I have no reason to, unless she asks me prying questions I don't wish to answer. But, we are, even though I know it's not our priority in figuring out Headmaster Phelan's biases, there is some value in wanting to at least suss out if there are people who would be in that line of work and talking with him. Even if Rosalind isn't necessarily the person I'd think of being the person, perhaps even through the nuggets of information she gives me, I can deduce some identities of people.
Perhaps. I don't know the vampires well enough to be able to guess any of them.
Nor do I.
The demons that I have, at least, interacted with don't strike me as the type to be sellouts.
I wouldn't think so either. But at the same time, there's, if there's someone it's your court, it's very likely there's someone in most courts. So, we'll have to figure it out. But That's, I think, certainly where this time lies. Now, I don't wish to wear this uniform to this date, so, give me but a moment. I'm going to change in this corner.
Of course.
No looking. And make sure no one comes by. If you don't mind, please.
I do not mind.
Let me see. What should I wear? I'll just wear my usual. I have one outfit I carry with me. All right.
Don't
You might
look,
hear me
I've seen
murmuring.
I've seen you shirtless, Candace. What are you... Never mind. What is the idea of him dating... Don't even finish that thought, Artoria. Don't even finish that thought. That is not
Right,
a thought.
indecent. Okay. Well, I need to make my way over to this tea session, which should not be too far off. Thanks for wanting to reach out and talk for a bit. I like your idea. I do remember you mentioning some parts of it, but it's nice to see that it's fully formulated now.
Well, I take my job seriously, and if you ever need help, then I'm always here.
And I'm always here if you need it. Not that I've, I think, given you much reason to need to worry about that. Or I don't think you are often in need of that. You've been very self-sufficient for a while. But if you need anything tonight, let me know. I'll be at Tea with Rosalind for probably not terribly long, but for long enough to occupy my time. So I hope you have a good evening, and maybe it'd be good some point soon to have the demons meet with the sea monsters again. Touch base about our quote-unquote alliance.
True, yes.
Discuss more matters, see if anything's changed.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Don't get bitten.
If I do, you'll be the first to know. Alright, talk soon.
It's just a plan. Nothing to worry about. Just a plan. And it's of my own design. There should not be anything wrong with it. I think it could work. I think with the right wording, with the right amount of tone and scornfulness, it will force her hand and perhaps make her do something rash. And if I were to get close enough to her for her to come to me to vent about it, or if I at least approach her as a friend and say that I had noticed her and Candace hanging out, and that I am also friends with Candace, I don't know. That may be inserting myself in the situation more. And I don't want to do that, especially if we're going to get Phelan involved. Because Phelan involved means that he'd be able to sniff me out if I so much as show a hint of my puppeteering, I suppose. I don't know how much Phelan knows, but it's always better to assume more than less. And I hope that I can trust Silas not to, I suppose, drag me through the mud. And no, it's not serious. It is not serious. I'm not jealous. I'm never supposed to be jealous of anything. Try to give you murky waters. That's one way to put it. Not jealous. I do not feel jealousy. It's fine. I'm the reason why this is happening in the first place. I gave him this plan, I can sit with it. It is fine. Though it is... I do worry about him and Rosalind. I don't know what she'll do to him. I already know what she did to Leonidas. She may do the same to Silas. I don't know what I would do if she did the same to Candaris. That dance you had with him says otherwise. Please spare me. Spare me. And it was 2 dances, by the way. 2. 2. Not just 1. 2. But we're gonna end stream because it's dinner time and I'm hungry. So thanks for sticking around, guys. It's been about 2 hours and 30 minutes. Short one, I know. But I had burgers downstairs and my parents are waiting for me. So woohoo. Enjoy your guys' night. I'm freeing you guys. Good night. Bye bye.